I've been doing challenges where I try to play games at 3 times their intended speed using a program I have that speeds up gameplay. What you're about to watch is several games in which I attempted this challenge, but for different reasons, failed miserably and I was unable to beat the game. The first game we're going to start with here is F-Zero for Nintendo 64. Now this game is already super fast-paced and difficult, but when you put it to 3 times speed, it becomes pretty much just a dizzying blur. So as you'll watch, this is pretty impossible to have any sort of actual control over your little ship car thing, whatever you want to call it. And you can see I'm just struggling to stay on the track and not hit the sides. I'm starting off on what is probably the easiest map in the game, and although I'm hanging in there, if the map gets any more difficult, there's going to be no way. And then you see I already fell off and my ship exploded, so that was the end of that run. Unfortunately, not all the games that I have for Nintendo 64 work doing this. Some of them have weird texture and model issues. Some of them just crash outright when I try to increase the speed. I was a little surprised that F-Zero worked considering how fast the gameplay already is. So getting 10th, well, not too bad, surprisingly well, but again, this is the easiest map, so once the maps start getting more difficult, you'll see how terrible I start playing. Once you start hitting the sides and bouncing back and forth, it's really difficult to try to straighten your car out and stop hitting the sides. So I was able to survive this one as well. 13th out of 30, not great, but I'm just happy that my ship didn't explode. This map is kind of a nightmare. I have literally no idea what's happening, or where I'm going, or what lap I'm on, or anything. I'm just trying to stay alive and not doing a great job at it. Yeah. So now it's just starting to get embarrassing. I don't think this is possible for me. At least not with some sort of performance-enhancing drug. Apparently at some point I was going the wrong direction. This was starting to give me a headache, so I'm done with this game, and so I decided that no, it is not possible to beat this game at 3 times speed. Alright, so next up on the list we have Cruisin' USA, a personal and fan favorites. Let's see if I can play this game at 3 times speed. So it starts off not super bad, then you very quickly realize that the turning in this game is nonsense, and so this is probably going to be impossible. The slightest touch of the control stick just completely sends your car screeching to a 90-degree angle. The game is fast-paced, and the AI seems pretty erratic, so this game is going to be relatively impossible to play at this game speed. In fact, this game is pretty much impossible to play at normal speed. Yeah, so my time was so slow that I ran out of time. I'm not even going to try to do this. I gave up immediately. Also, the game crashed right here. I had completely forgotten that I had tried to do this game at 3 times speed, and so when I'm editing the video right now and I saw it, I just groaned. This is Superman 64, widely considered one of the worst games ever made. So I'm going to try to play it at 3 times speed, but the controls are so messed up and busted, I can't even really get in the air. Superman's looking great though, you gotta admit. That mint and chip ice cream sky, beautiful. So I was finally able to get in the air, but the controls are just so bad. There was really no way to do this. And then, of course, by waiting there, you know, Lex Luthor wins. So let's try it again, I guess. I'm actually able to fly now, which is nice, but there's no way I'm going to be able to get in these stupid rings. This is a nightmare. This is absolutely unplayable. In fact, this is worse than that game from PE when you'd sit in the corner and all the kids would throw rocks at you. I always lost that game. Alright, well let's try NBA Jam. Now you can already see with the glitching that this game is barely holding on as it is. So let's see if we can even get through a game without it crashing. There's actually some graphical problems on the left of the screen, so I'm just gonna cut them off so that you don't have to see them. But there's a lot of like flashing and glitched textures. They gotta stop calling me for traveling, man. It's not my fault. I can't press the button fast enough. Man, John Stockton has never looked better. Alright, let's see if Ron Harper can make some more threes. Basically, that's all I can do. There's no sense trying to dribble. It's easier just to run out and take a three before they start guarding me. It's just too fast to try to do dribble moves. You guys like how Michael Jordan wouldn't sign off his rights to the game or whatever, so they just have him being called roster guard? Well, if you look at the score, you can pretty much safely assume that I'm not going to win, so this is going to be chalked up as a failure. I mean, let's give Star Fox 64 a shot. I mean, I'm thinking this should be somewhat doable. I mean, it's going to be pretty quick, but for the most part, you can just kind of hide and avoid ships and go in the corner and stuff and spam your roll, and you should be okay. This is actually a lot more crazy and chaotic than I thought it was going to be. There's no way I'm going to be able to help any of my allies who under attack, so good luck, you're on your own. I guess I've always wondered why they had enemies who were like water skiing.
I'm going to crush you! You are starting to annoy me! No! Stop moving! No! Stop moving! You are starting to annoy me! You are starting to annoy me! No! I fail you!
Hey, I was actually able to beat the first boss, so I mean, I don't know if you can completely call this run a failure, but at least I was able to do something.
Impressive stuff, but now watch out for enemies in the asteroid field. I will take it down, sir. Good luck.
Oh no, this is going to be an absolute nightmare. Yeah, I can't hit any enemies here, but you gotta admit that me going between those asteroids is pretty impressive.
Location confirmed. Send me supplies. Sorry guys, I'm not loud.
And these things are really annoying, the like Foley and Web guys, come on. Whoops, sorry, Slippy.
I cannot allow you to go either. Let's see, you go. Let's let you. Outside.
Yeah, it's going to be just way too hard to try to accurately aim at that tiny little spot, so I think this is the end here. Yeah, I'm done. Could not do it. I failed at Star Fox 64. Okay, let's try 1080 snowboarding. This can't be too hard, right? Right?
Ready?
Okay, that didn't go so great. Let's try again.
Ready, go!
I guess my biggest problem with this is that it's just not very fun. I don't know. I don't know what my goal is going to be here. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and chalk this one up as a fail. I keep damaging myself. I'm not able to really do any tricks. I mean, I can make it to the bottom, but that's super easy and boring, so I'm just going to consider this a fail. I mean, look at it. Right here, I died anyways. So let's try Rush 2. I mean, one of my favorite N64 games. A pretty solid racing game for the time. I don't think this will be impossible, so I should be able to at least finish a couple races. Oh man, I forgot that a real popular thing back in the time of these games was that you had like a timer, and if you didn't reach the checkpoint in time, your game would just be over. That's pretty much something they've gotten rid of in modern racing games, but it's going to be the reason why I fail races here. Okay, that was pretty impressive, and I got the Mountain Dew. Shameless product placement there, but that's okay. Man, I'm just barely hanging in there. I don't know if I'm going to make it. Yep, there we go. See? Oh, fine. Yeah, so my brain doesn't explode. I'm going to turn off the music. Alright, let's try, see if I can do one more race. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't quite make it. So, I mean, these are a few games that I've tried that I've failed to complete at 3 times speed.